Okay, we're back. Last time we went through the process of taking the data set, these toxic release inventory sites, downloading a CSV of them from one site, and then uploading that CSV into ArcGIS Online, creating a feature service, consuming that feature service as a feature layer inside a web map, configured it to visualize it and everything, set it all up, and then we're able to consume it in a CDN app. So we're going to continue that, play around a little bit more with the web map itself, and then we're going to use ArcGIS Create CLI to create a small app that we can look at. So let's get started. Okay, so first off here, I'm still greeted with this find out where items are being used at, which is kind of cool. So we'll just take a look at that real quick. Usage. Oh, this is the web map. Sorry. This is the web map itself. If I come from the web map, look at the layer. So the web map isn't being used anywhere. No one's using that. No apps or anything are using that right now. But the layer item has one item using it, which is the web map that we're looking at. So that's how that works. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's neat, right? People are always interested to find out where things are being used, which is a nice little reporting tool. So, okay, let's go in the map viewer here, and I need to do a couple things. I need to fix the pop-up, right? So right now, let me zoom in here. There we go. So if I click on the pop-up, it's just a big field of stuff, right? And that's not very cool. We are basing our visualization based on the fugitive error and stack error. So maybe we'll modify the pop-up to take advantage of that. So if I click this, click again, here we go. Okay, configure pop-up. Let's delete the field list. And let's add some text content. All right, so let's see. Total fugitive stack release is, and then a stack error. So maybe not fugitive, it's just stack release. Sorry. Total stack release is stack error, and total fugitive, if I could spell, is fugitive error. Oh, period. There we go. Okay, so let's do that. That's updated. Let me tweak it a little bit more. I want to make the values bold. How do we do that? Font color, font family, bold. I have my font size increased for the video. Normally wouldn't probably need to do this. I do that here, click OK. And there we go. All right, it's fine. Now I could go in here and I could add like a chart to the pop-up as well, but we're gonna go and do something a little different here. So let's go to configure charts. Okay, so we're gonna add a chart in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and add a, I don't know, bar chart. Seems fine. Let's keep it simple for now. And the bar chart is gonna be based off of, I can do a category or numeric fields. I'm going to do a category by count. So let's say we're going to do by state. I think this ST is state. All right, so ST state. So here we go. So total count of the toxic release inventory sites by state. And over here, Texas. Yeah. So Texas has the most in the data set that we downloaded. Yeah, so that is AK, Arkansas, or Alaska. I'm gonna say no, Alaska. It's gotta be Alaska. We have Arkansas right here. So yeah, Alaska, Arkansas over here. Okay, cool. California's got quite a few, right? So okay. So we got that. We have that in here. Let's close this real quick. Let's save the web map. Save. All right, so saving our web map. Okay, now we added the chart to the web map, but in order for us to really use that chart, it needs to be part of the layer item. So we go over here and we're going to save the layer item. So all the work we did for the pop-up And the chart configuration on the layer itself is now going to be saved as part of the layer item. And now we can use that inside of our charts. So if I go to this ArcGIS create page, it's going to give me some instructions on how to do it. There's a bunch of different templates you could use. React, Vite, CDN, Vue, Angular. There's a couple of custom ones. There's some AI templates in there if you want to play around with that. There's one for if you want to use local workers, how you can do that, which is kind of fun. I kind of enjoy local workers stuff, which is kind of neat. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's move this, take up this side of the page. So I use PMPM, so we're going to do PMPX ArcGIS create. And we're going to call it TRI ArcGIS app, Talks Release Inventories app. All right, we're going to make it an Angular app. And like I said, there's other options in here, but we'll just go with Angular. I'm sorry, React, not Angular. I don't know Angular as great as I want to, but I know React pretty well. So let's go to the React application. Now we're going to be downloading the template. It's going to set it up. I don't think it installs dependencies for me, so I need to do that myself. Okay, so we're good here. So let's go into the app, clear it. I'll do another one here. We're going to go install dependencies. This should be fairly quick. And then we'll just run it to see what it's going to look like, right? Okay, good. We're good to go. PM dev. So PM dev, run it over here. Good to go. And this is a default app that we get with, no, it's not our map yet. It's just the default app that we get. So it's got a web map, and it demonstrates how to show like a point. You just add a point to the map. And it's got the chart that you get with your web map here. Okay, so let's go ahead and tweak this a little bit. Let's go in the source, and there's information here about OAuth if you want to do that. I'm going to take this out for now, just so it's out of my way. I'm also going to go ahead and remove the whole creating a point, adding a point to the map. Nah, I don't need that. Maybe I can come up here and I can get rid of these imports. Boom, don't need those. Okay, so I have a type of web map. Why am I creating a web map? No, it's just for the type. So, okay, that's cool. That's cool. It's cool. It's cool. So now what I want to do is I need to change this here. All right, so the F here. Now let me come over here to the web map. Copy my web map ID from the URL over here. We're going to paste that. Now we come back over here. And boom, we have our map. Why do I still have a point? Did I remove the point? Refresh. Yeah, there we go. No more point. It was in the it was cached there somewhere. Okay, so we've got our map. However, we do not have our chart. Right? So this is not my layer item ID. This is the layer item ID for a different layer. So we need to come over here now, and let's come over here to the layer. Show properties. I think it's under show information here. Yeah, here we go. Open this up. Now I need to get the layer item ID here. Boom, like so. Okay, so let's do this. Set my right. We'll find out. Maybe not. Let's see. Hold on. B. Nope. No, that was my bad. So let me do this again. Hold on. Now I need a copy over here. When I delete something in Vim using Vim motions and stuff, it overrides my stuff that's saved to my clipboard. So whatever I deleted to my clipboard at that point. I should have remembered that. Okay, so refresh that. Okay, failed to read output. I think it's because I only have the one chart index. So now if I do it, there we go. Count by state. Awesome. I think if I go in here, let's close this up, configure charts. Can I change the title here? Let me make this a little bigger real quick. How do I do that? Over here? No, I cannot. Okay. If there is a way to change the title, I don't know what it is, but that is okay. I don't need to know what it is. But I know you could do it. If you go to the docs for the chart, there is a way to override the title, for example, so it's a little bit more clear as to what it is you're doing, which is fine. But yeah, there we go. I've got my map and the chart, everything I configured in Map Viewer in ArcGIS Online, available for me inside my custom applications, everything I can do. Again, if we get all these comments that are helpful for you, but we don't need them right now. I'm using the ArcGIS map component, give it the item ID. I'm using the beta pop-up component with pop-up component enabled here. And this is React, so this technically should be pop-up component enabled, like that. Someone should fix that. This should be, again, we're in React, so layer item ID, chart index, like so. Right? Yeah. String is not, okay, so what it wants, remember, we're living in React land here, people, so we got to do things the React way. So I also have a legend down here. I didn't even open the legend. So here's my legend for my app. So I've got the two different points, stack error, stack fugitive, some of the categories, right? So the total release that they have, and the strength of the predominance for each location. So that's as well. I have a search bar in here, which is completely tied to the map, right? So if I do like Los Angeles, come down here, there we go. Kind of neat too. If I tap through, close it, and my focus goes back to search. That's a nice new feature for 5.1. That was really kind of cool. But you get the idea. And again, my pop-ups reflect what we configured in the map viewer. So I don't have to do anything in here other than lay out my components the way that I want them to. This item ID, you know what? Let's see, is it going to work? So, yeah, it works. Although I think I might still do this. So item ID, like this, is a reserved keyword, but not capital item ID. But I'm still like, I don't know. I still don't like using it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it works. It works. It's fine. And you see here too, when I use like that chart index, for example, and it made it want to be numeric, the types come over when you use the properties in JSX for components. So that's one thing to consider as well. But like I'm trying to say, I'm not manually setting up the pop-up. I'm not manually setting up the chart or anything like that. It was all configured in Map Viewer, and I'm good to go. All right, so what did we cover today? We covered finishing up our map in the Map Viewer. We configured our pop-up. We configured a chart that could be used with the layer inside the Map Viewer. And then we saved that back to the layer item so that when we consume the web map and the layer, we can have an application that will just reference the item ID for the web map and can reference the layer item ID that the chart is built off of. And you get everything inside your application, and it's easy to work with. Now from here, of course, I can go crazy, right? I can start building on top of this. I can put in filters and do all kinds of really cool things. I could have some kind of exploration tools in here that might be using some of the layer effects, right? Doing some pretty cool stuff there. That's some nutty stuff you can get to that I'm not going to get into here just because, you know, it's pretty more advanced. I'll probably, if I do cover those in the future, I'll probably cover them individually and maybe not with this particular app, right? I'll find some different data sources to kind of cover things and whatnot. But if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them down below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.